Let me tell you something that took me years and a lot of money to learn. In order to run any business efficiently, any business, not just Airbnb, it's all about systems. Having a system to follow. A step-by-step process where you know exactly what happens at every single stage. If you don't have that, if you're winging it, if you're reacting to problems instead of preventing them, you're going to fail. Maybe not today, but eventually, because you can't scale chaos. You can't delegate chaos, and you definitely can't automate chaos. I manage multiple short-term rental properties across Airbnb, Booking.com, and Vrbo. And at one point, I was the system. Every text, every check-in, every cleaning confirmation, it went through me. I was the bottleneck. And the business couldn't grow past what I could personally handle. So I built a system, not a theory, not a checklist I found on YouTube. An actual software system that handles the entire guest lifecycle, from the second someone books to the moment they leave a 5-star review, automatically. Today, I'm going to break down every single piece of that system. I'm going to show you what happens at each step, why it matters, and how you can set it up yourself, whether you manage one property or 50. And here's what I'm going to do for you. If you're a property manager or you're running Airbnb operations, and you want this exact system customized for your properties, stick around. I've got an offer for the first 3 people from this video that's going to save you months of work. More on that in a minute. Before I get into the tools and the tech, you need to understand the framework. Because most hosts think about their operation in fragments. I need a cleaner, I need a pricing tool, I need to respond to this guest. That's the wrong way to think about it. You need to think about the entire guest lifecycle as one continuous system. Here's what that looks like. Stage 1. Booking confirmed. Guest books on Airbnb, Booking.com, or Vrbo. Your system captures the reservation details, guest name, dates, number of guests, platform, and the automation kicks off. Stage 2. Pre-arrival. Automated messages go out, document collection begins. Check-in instructions are prepared and scheduled to send at the right time. Stage 3. Check-in day. Guest receives their unique access code, the full check-in guide, Wi-Fi details, house rules, local recommendations, everything they need. No manual work from you. Stage 4. During the stay. Mid-stay check-in message. Noise monitoring. Issue reporting if anything comes up. Stage 5. Checkout. Checkout instructions sent automatically. Cleaner notified with the access code and a checklist. Inspection confirmed. Stage 6. Post-stay review request sent. Private feedback collected first. Guest data stored for future reference. Every single one of these stages needs a system. Not a person checking their phone, a system. And I'm going to walk you through each one. Step 1. Booking confirmed and document collection. The moment a guest confirms a booking on any platform, the system triggers the first automated message. Now, this isn't just a thanks for booking message. This is a functional message with a purpose. Here's what ours does. It thanks the guest for their reservation, confirms the dates, and then sends them a link to a secure form. That form asks them to upload their passport or ID documents. Why? Because depending on where you operate, there are legal requirements. I operate properties in Dubai, and we're required to register every guest's passport details with the government tourism portal. If you're operating in the EU, you might have similar police registration requirements. In the US, you might collect IDs for security purposes. The point is, this has to happen, and it has to happen early. If you wait until check-in day to ask for documents, you're creating friction. The guest is tired, they want to get into the property, and now you're asking them to photograph their passport? Bad experience. By sending the form immediately after booking, you give them days, sometimes weeks, to complete it at their convenience. And the system tracks who's submitted and who hasn't. If someone hasn't uploaded their documents 48 hours before check-in, they get a gentle reminder, automatically. Think about what this replaces. Without a system, you're manually messaging every guest, asking for documents, following up when they don't respond, then manually uploading those documents to whatever government portal you need. Multiply that by 10 properties 30 check-ins a month. That's a full-time job just for document collection. With a system, it's zero work. The guest uploads it, the system stores it, you submit it when ready. Done. Step 2. Pre-arrival communication that prevents problems. Here's what most hosts do wrong. They wait until the guest asks a question, then they react. That's backwards. Your pre-arrival communication should answer every possible question before it's asked. Because every question a guest sends you is a failure of your system. It means you didn't give them the information they needed when they needed it. Message 1. Booking confirmation. Immediate. Send the moment they book. Thank you, dates confirmed. Document upload link. And a note saying, you'll receive your full check-in guide 24 hours before arrival. This sets expectations. They know exactly when they'll get the details, so they don't message you asking. Message 2. Check-in guide 24 hours before arrival. This is the big one. This message contains everything. Their unique smart lock access code, the property address with a map pin, step-by-step directions from the nearest landmarks or parking areas, Wi-Fi network name and password, house rule summary, how to operate the AC, washing machine, TV, coffee machine, whatever is in the property, emergency contact information, local restaurant and delivery recommendations, nearest grocery store, pharmacy, hospital, parking instructions if applicable. I'm talking a complete digital guidebook sent as one clear, organized message. The guest saves it on their phone and they have everything. And here's the key. This is personalized per property. If you manage multiple units, each one has its own template with the correct address, codes, appliance instructions, and local info. The system pulls the right template based on which property was booked. You're not copy-pasting anything. Message 3. Day of welcome. Check-in time. A short message on the day. Welcome, your property is ready. Here's your code again. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Simple, warm, proactive. All 3 messages are automated. They're sent through the OTA, so it shows up in the Airbnb chat, the Booking.com chat, or wherever the guest booked. They don't need to download a separate app. They don't need to check their email. It's right there in the platform they already use. And because it goes through the platform, you have a paper trail. If there's ever a dispute, all of your communication is documented. Step 3. Access control. Smart locks change everything. Let me be direct. If you're still using physical keys, you're creating unnecessary risk and unnecessary work. Physical keys get lost. They get copied. You need to coordinate handovers. If a guest arrives at midnight and the lockbox jams, you're getting a phone call. Smart locks eliminate all of that. Here's how we use them. Every reservation gets a unique access code. That code is generated automatically when the booking is confirmed. It's active from check-in time to check-out time, not before, not after. When the reservation ends, the code expires, gone. But it's not just for guests. Our cleaners get a separate temporary code. It's active for a window around their scheduled cleaning time. So the cleaner arrives, enters their code, does the turnover, and their access expires. Same thing for maintenance. If a plumber needs to come fix something, we generate a one-time code, send it to them, and it expires after use. No key exchange, no meeting them at the property, no worrying about who has a copy of your key. And here's the part most people miss. Smart locks give you an activity log. You can see exactly when someone entered and exited. That's valuable data. If a guest claims they checked out on time, but the log shows they left 3 hours late, you have proof. If you suspect unauthorized visitors, you can see the entry patterns. All of this integrates into the system. I don't manage codes manually. The system generates them, sends them to the right person at the right time, and logs everything. Step 4. The cleaning system, your operational backbone. Your cleaner is the most important person in your operation. I'll say it again. Not your property manager, not your co-host, your cleaner. They're the person who physically touches your property after every single guest. They're your quality control. Finding the right cleaner. Two approaches work best. First, cleaning marketplace platforms. You can schedule, communicate, and pay all in one place. Second, and this is the one most people overlook, local Airbnb host groups on Facebook. Real hosts sharing real recommendations. People who've already tested cleaners in your specific area. A vetted referral from another host is worth more than any platform rating. Best strategy? Find them on a marketplace, then verify through local host referrals. The automated cleaning workflow. Here's what happens in our system when a guest checks out. Step 1. The system detects the checkout based on the reservation end time. It automatically sends a notification to the assigned cleaner for that property. The notification includes the property address, the temporary access code, and the next guest's check-in time, so the cleaner knows their deadline. Step 2. The cleaner arrives and enters using their temporary code. The smart lock logs their entry. Step 3. The cleaner goes through a digital checklist on their phone. This isn't a generic clean the apartment task. It's property specific. Check the linens, restock the toiletries, inspect under the beds, test the TV remote, check the AC filter. Every item they need to verify. Step 4. When they're done, they mark the checklist complete and upload photos. This is critical. Photos of every room after cleaning. This protects you in disputes. If a guest checks in and claims the place was dirty, you have time-stamped photos from 2 hours ago proving otherwise. Step 5. The system confirms the cleaning is complete and marks the property as ready for the next guest. If the cleaner doesn't confirm by a certain time, the system alerts you. So you're only getting involved when something goes wrong. Think about what this replaces. Without a system, you're texting your cleaner after every checkout. Hey, the guest just left. Did you finish? Can you send me photos? The next guest arrives at 3 p.m. Are you going to make it? That's 10 messages per turnover, per property, per day. It's unsustainable. With a system, the cleaner knows what to do, when to do it, and how to confirm it. You don't send a single text. Step 5. During the stay. The mid-stay check-in. This is one of the most underrated things you can do, and it takes zero effort when it's automated. Halfway through the guest's stay, the system sends a simple message. Hey, just checking in. Is everything going well with the property? Let us know if there's anything we can help with. Why does this matter so much? Because if something is wrong, the AC isn't working, the hot water is off, the neighbor is being loud, the guest now tells you privately, in a message, and you can fix it. Without this message, what happens? The guest puts up with it for the rest of their stay, gets annoyed, checks out, and leaves a 3-star review saying, the AC didn't work and nobody cared. You never even knew there was a problem. That one automated message prevents more negative reviews than anything else I've ever done. It shows the guest you care. It gives them an opening to communicate. And it gives you a chance to solve problems before they become reviews. Handling issues when they come up. When a guest does report an issue, here's the workflow. The system logs the issue. You get an immediate alert. If it's a maintenance issue, you dispatch someone from your vetted tradespeople list. They get a temporary access code. They fix it. They confirm completion. The guest gets a follow-up. We've taken care of it. Sorry for the inconvenience. The guest didn't wait. They didn't feel ignored. And that 3-star review? It just became a 5-star review because you handled it fast. Step 6. Security, noise monitoring, and party prevention. You're not physically at the property, so you need eyes, ears, and data. But you also need to respect guest privacy. Here's the balance. Exterior cameras. One camera covering the entrance. Exterior only. Always disclosed in your listing. Never ever put cameras inside. That's a privacy violation. It's against Airbnb's terms, and it will get your listing removed. The exterior camera lets you see who's entering and how many people are arriving. If someone booked for 2 guests and 15 people show up, you know immediately. Noise monitoring devices like NoiseAware sit inside the property and measure decibel levels. They don't record audio, no conversations, no privacy issues. They just track noise levels. If it exceeds your threshold, you get an alert. Noise level at property A has exceeded 80 decibels at 1 a.m. That's all you need to know. You can then message the guest, "Hey, we're getting a noise alert from the property. Could you please keep it down? We want to make sure the neighbors aren't disturbed." 90% of the time, that's enough. It's not confrontational, it's professional, and it stops the problem. Smart door sensors. These track how many times doors are opened. If a door is opening 40 times in an evening, that's a party. If the property is supposed to be vacant and the door opens, that's a security issue. Either way, you get an alert. House rules and guest screening. This starts before they even arrive. Clear house rules. No parties, no events, no unregistered guests. Stated in the listing, stated in the booking confirmation. Have them acknowledge it. Set a security deposit as a financial deterrent. And for platforms that allow it, screen guests before accepting. Check their reviews, ask about the purpose of their stay. All of these signals feed into the same system. Camera alerts, noise alerts, door sensor data, it's one dashboard. You're not checking 5 different apps. You're getting one notification when something needs your attention. Step 7. Dynamic pricing. Stop leaving money on the table! If you're setting your prices manually, I guarantee you're either overpriced and sitting empty, or underpriced and losing thousands. Think about how hotels work. Their rooms aren't the same price every night. Friday costs more than Tuesday. A room during a major conference costs 3 times more than a random week in February. That's dynamic pricing, and it's based on math. Supply, demand, competition, seasonality, local events. Dynamic pricing tools analyze the market in real time. They look at what comparable properties in your area are charging. They look at booking velocity, how fast properties are filling up. They account for day of the week, time of year, local events, and holidays. And they adjust your rates automatically. In our system, the dynamic pricing engine connects directly to our calendar. Rates update across Airbnb and Booking.com simultaneously. If there's a Formula One race in Dubai and demand spikes, our prices adjust before I even know the race is happening. If it's a slow weekday in January, rates drop just enough to stay competitive and fill the gap. The result? Higher average revenue per night and higher occupancy. Because you're not guessing, you're using data. We saw a measurable jump in revenue within the first month of switching from manual pricing. That's not an exaggeration. It's the single highest ROI thing you can do for your operation. Step 8. Checkout and the review collection system. Most hosts think about reviews as something that happens to them. A guest leaves, they leave a review, and you hope for the best. That's not a system, that's gambling. The checkout flow. The day before checkout, the system sends a reminder. Your checkout is tomorrow at, please make sure to, thank you for staying with us. This is important because it reduces the work your cleaner has to do. If every guest leaves towels in the bathtub and closes the windows, your turnover time drops. That matters when you have a same-day check-in coming, immediately after checkout. The system triggers 2 things simultaneously. First, the cleaner is notified, as we discussed. Second, the review collection sequence begins. The review collection strategy. This is where most hosts get it wrong. They wait for Airbnb's automatic review prompt and hope for the best. Here's our approach, and it's deliberate. Message 1. Sent a few hours after checkout. Thank you so much for staying with us, some fun. We hope you had a great experience. We are always looking to improve. If there's anything we could have done better, we'd love to hear it. Just reply to this message. Notice what this does. It asks for private feedback first. If the guest had an issue, they tell you here, privately. They vent. They feel heard. And because they've already expressed it, they are less likely to put it in the public review. You've given them an outlet. Message 2. Sent a day later after the private feedback window. If you enjoyed your stay, we'd really appreciate a review on some phone. It helps us a lot and helps other travelers find a great place to stay. This is the actual review request, and it comes after they've already had a chance to share any complaints privately. So by the time they write the public review, the negative stuff has already been processed. What's left is the positive experience. This 2-step approach, private feedback first, public review second, has significantly improved our average review score. It's not manipulative, It's just smart communication. You're giving people the right channel at the right time. And yes, all of this is automated. The timing, the personalization with the guest's name, the platform-specific messaging. I don't write a single review request manually. Step 9. Insurance and maintenance systems. Insurance. Quick but critical. Airbnb's air cover sounds good in marketing, but it is not a replacement for proper insurance. You need dedicated short-term rental property insurance. This covers you during vacancy periods. It covers damage that goes beyond guest negligence. It gives you year-round protection, regardless of the booking platform. Think of insurance as risk management, not an expense. One bad incident without coverage can cost you more than years of premiums. Maintenance system. Things break, that's reality. The question is whether you have a system for it or you're panicking at midnight. We keep a vetted list of tradespeople in the system. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs, handyman. Each one is pre-verified with ratings from platforms like NG, Home Advisor, or Thumbtack, plus referrals from other local hosts. When an issue is reported by a guest or a cleaner, the system logs it, alerts us, and we dispatch someone from the list. They get a temporary access code, go to the property, fix the issue, and confirm completion. The guest gets updated. Done. No key exchange, no coordination headaches, no 5 phone calls to find a plumber who can come today. The complete remote management formula. Let me pull everything together for you. You need a booking system that captures reservations and triggers your entire workflow automatically across Airbnb, Booking.com, and Vrbo. You need a document collection system that handles guest IDs and government registration without you lifting a finger. You need a pre-arrival communication system that answers every question before it's asked and makes check-in seamless. You need smart locks for access control, unique codes for guests, cleaners, and tradespeople with full activity logging. You need a cleaning system with automated notifications, digital checklists, photo confirmation, and deadline tracking. You need a mid-stay check-in that catches problems before they become reviews. You need a security layer, exterior cameras, noise monitoring, door sensors, all feeding into one dashboard. You need dynamic pricing that adjusts in real time based on data, not guesswork. You need a review collection system that channels negative feedback privately before the public review goes live. You need insurance and a maintenance dispatch system so emergencies don't become disasters. That's the system. That's what runs our properties. And when all of these pieces work together, you're not managing properties, you're managing a system that manages properties for you. Remote property management is not about being present. It's about building something that doesn't need you to be. Alright, here's the deal. If you're managing short-term rentals, whether it's one property or 20, and you're still duct taping everything together with 5 different apps, spreadsheets, and WhatsApp messages to your cleaner at midnight, you don't have to live like that. We built this system from scratch. We use it ourselves every single day for our own properties. It's not a theory, it's not a demo, it's what runs our business, and we're opening it up. For the first 3 people who reach out from this video, and we are tracking it with a unique link so we'll know, we will set up the entire system for you, custom to your properties, connected to your Airbnb, your Booking.com, your Vrbo, your cleaning schedule, your pricing tools, your smart locks, all of it. The full API connections, the full automation, customized for your operation. That's a $500 custom setup, free, for 3 people from this video only. Plus, you get full access to the software for 3 months, no charge. Use it, test it, see the difference it makes. The link is in the description. It goes straight to our WhatsApp. First come, first served. Once the 3 spots are gone, they're gone. If you're serious about running your properties like your real business instead of a side hustle that controls your life, this is how you do it. If you got value from this video, hit subscribe. I share everything I've learned from actually building and running these systems. No fluff, no theory, just what works. See you in the next one.